Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? This is the teaser trailer for me to start the podcast and do a bunch of episodes for the show called it's actually called The Jest of It. What I'll be doing is telling stories that I've experienced over my life, things that I've seen or heard, just in my world, and to see where kind of the comedy lies in all of it. You know, I know we've all gone through pain and grief, and there's just some things that, you can't talk about, you can't find jokes in. But I think the life lessons do kind of give us a feeling of a certain comedy of things. Breakups, parental divorces. We've all had some kind of trauma in our life or some kind of experiences in our life that have now found us a way to be better people, and that we can laugh about that. And I think that's a big proponent of things. When you can laugh about something and make fun of it, I think you've taken the power away from what it is that was so hurtful back then. It shows that you've healed in the process. And I'll share stories that I've seen again, and it's just been a real wild journey in life. And it's just crazy to share those stories. And I'm gonna have guests on here, and they're gonna relate from other comedians, actors, people within my world to, who knows who else. I just think there's wonderful stories to be heard out there, and I want to hear people tell those stories and find what's funny about it, and what's the life lesson from it all. Maybe it's something you can learn from, maybe some connect with, or not. And if you have certain things, or if you have certain topics you want me to cover, hey, I'm always down to do that. But for me, it's really just coming down to whatever comes to mind. I'm going to just speak about whatever's in the moment. Might have something predetermined, but for the most part, I really do like to just improvise. That's probably one of my funniest attributes about myself, or one of the favorite attributes about myself, is the ability to just come up with stuff on the fly. And that's probably why I like doing improv comedy. I love doing stand-up. I love doing acting, because there's moments in there where you can just riff, where you can just make it up on the spot. And for some magical reason, it all just works out, It's going to be a fun time. And I really hope you enjoy this, and I hope you connect with it, and I hope you take something away from it. So, yeah. For instance, it's weird how people will talk behind your back or ask things behind your back without confronting you first. And it's always just interesting how it will determine, or it will show you, who your true friends are. Because people will come tell you about that, and you have two choices. You can either get really upset about it and let you affect you, or you can just brush it off and just keep on going. I actually got approached by a fellow coworker one time. Apparently the higher-ups came down and saw that I wasn't happy enough. Granted, I was dealing with like a huge issue. I lost half my employee staff. They quit for whatever reasons, my manager and other people out there, and just left in a cluster of just trying to sort other things out while still trying to do my job. So for me to take on 4 different roles and things that I didn't know, yeah, I can kind of see how somebody might not be walking around with a big smile on their face the entire time. But thankfully, I had people that kind of brought that up to me, and I let it affect me for a little bit, and then I just got over it. It's just funny how people will, in jobs really, will judge you for not being happy enough. Like, we're here to work, man. That's it. We're here to do work, get our job done, and go about our lives. We make some work friendships, and some of the most dangerous jobs is the jobs that you will power through because you love the people more than the job, and you will go through just about anything staying there just because you like being with those people. I waited tables for like 7 years. Not because I like waiting tables. I was making okay money, but I was killing myself doing it. But I loved the people that I worked with. It was always just a blessing to see those people and see the camaraderie that was going on, and people would share stuff with you, especially servers. Oh, to my service people, I love y'all. Y'all go through the thick of it in the weeds. Y'all are boots on the ground, whatever, man. I salute y'all. I wish they could make like a national holiday for servers. And it's basically we just get 1 day off or 2 days off because we need to recuperate after 1 day and just, I don't know, go crazy on whatever we're thinking and feeling and things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. High respect for those people. Take care of them. They're working hard. They got to make that money. And I don't like doing cash tips. I like doing cash tips over like card tips because, I want to put that cash in their pocket. They deserve that. They earned it. They worked for it. Dig them people. But I used to love how like every morning I know it was going to be a story of things. It was going to be a whole story. And I was going to hear from this person about their breakups going on. I was going to hear from this person about the night they had. Or I was going to hear about this person that just traveled. And there was so many good and bad stories that you could connect with them on stuff. Like, I totally know what you mean when, so-and-so got super drunk last night. I'm paraphrasing on a lot of things. One of my favorite things was working on Sunday mornings, especially if I worked the night before, and seeing all the people that I went out with the night before coming the next day. It was such a rambunctious cesspool of just sin and cigarettes. Sin and cigarettes is pretty much what it was. I don't know what's going on around my phone's doing all kinds of crazy stuff, so pardon me for that one. I'll probably cut it out. Maybe that was just a sign that, I was truthful on that. Usually when someone sneezes or someone or a noise happens, and like the last thing was the truth of the matter. I heard that somewhere. But anyway, that is my teaser episode of things of what's to come. I might be repeating myself, give a little bit more information on some of the stories that I've done before. But thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Even though I can't see you, I hope to hear from you, connect with you in some kind of way.